Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. I'm so happy to be able to finally do a video for you guys. I'm so sorry. I've still tried to be consistent. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope you guys are all right. I hope everyone is safe. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. It's highly appreciated. You guys are the real MVPs. Like, I rate you guys so much. If it's your first time here, please click the subscribe button. I'll wait for you guys. I'll wait. Click that button. Yes, I see you. Click that button, please. Thank you for clicking the button. Welcome to my family. So basically, guys, in today's video, I'll be doing a story time of when I was in like junior secondary school and my tutor tried to sexually assault me. Basically, it's a male teacher, so I'm gonna name him Mr. X, okay, right through my story time. So basically, this happened in like my junior secondary school. I had this tutor, like my mom, because my mom wasn't back home at the time. My mom was here and I was still living with my auntie. So my auntie knew this teacher, and you know, but this Mr. X was someone that like everyone was scared of. He's a maths teacher. Yeah, you know how the maths teacher are. Like everyone is scared usually. Everyone is scared usually of the maths teacher. So that was him. Basically, he would beat us, like, and like everyone fed him. The boys fed him, because I was going like to a mixed school. The boys fed him, the girls, like we all fed him. Like we were actually we were so scared of this man. Yeah. So it all started off when my auntie at the time that was looking after me spoke to him and was like, oh, if he can like be coming to my house to like teach me privately to improve on my maths and stuff, and he accepted. And you know, also like my mom would actually like phone him, you know, just to ask like, how am I doing, how are things with me, and because he's got like my dad's name. So, you know, my mom was like, you know, that's your daughter, please look after her, take her as your own. You know how these African moms can be. Yeah, I don't know if that was what got now into this man's head, and he thinks that yes, he can like have me now. So basically, he used to come to my house to teach me maths. You know, he would teach me and then he would go back home, and that kept on going for a while. Then I finally left his class and I moved into another class. So I was with another teacher then. So basically, I was not in Mr. X's class anymore. So, and also he like stopped coming to, you know, teach me, because I've gone like into a higher level now. So there was this day, like, well, if you know me, you know I've got like this terrible like period cramps. When I have my periods, like it's usually so bad I could hardly work. So I came to school that day and like my period started, and you know I had like very bad cramps and pains, and you know, so I stayed into the classroom like whilst everyone went out for like an assembly. So I stayed into the classroom now, and then Mr. X was walking along the corridor, and then he looked through the classroom and he saw me, like he saw me in the class, and then he came in there and was like, oh, Alice, why are you not in the assembly? You know, why are you not in the assembly? Blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, Mr. X, I'm not fine. I'm not feeling well. You know, my tummy aches and stuff. And then he was like, oh, is that so, blah blah blah. And then he leaned forward to like kiss me in the classroom, and I was like, okay. So I dodged, and then he left the classroom. So that was still going on in my head. I was thinking like, what just happened? Like come on. So he left, and later on, you know, everything was fine. And then another day came now. I was walking, like we had stairs in my school, so he was walking on the other side and I was coming up on the other side. Like he was left and I was like right. So he was walking up and then he was walking towards me. So once he came now towards me, now I was still on the stairs, you know. So he said, oh, how are you, Alice? How are you doing? I said, oh, I'm fine, Mr. X. How are you? And he said he's fine. So I was now climbing the stairs now to walk past him. My man just hit my bum. I was like, excuse me? Then my man said, oh, you know, your bum is getting bigger. Like, your bum is getting bigger. I was like, excuse me? And then I was so shocked. I literally ran. I ran and I went into my classroom. So I went into my classroom and I sat down now. I was like, if I tell anyone, will anyone even believe me? Like, so that happened. I kept quiet. Then the next day, came to school again. This time, my man was touching my breast. I was like, hold on. If I don't say something, the next thing is gonna be a whole different thing. So I came home and, you know, I told my auntie that I was living with at the time. So my auntie was like really shocked. And then so my auntie phoned him and was like, oh, I would like to please see you, blah blah blah. So he came round and then my auntie asked him like, oh, I wasn't there. I was upstairs, but I can hear like the conversation. My auntie was like, oh, this is what Alice said, that you tried to do this, da, da, da. Ah, my man denied. How can I do that? I will never do that, you know. I will never. Alice is like my own child, you know. In my head, I was thinking, so are you trying to tell me I'm lying? So that happened and then he left the house and my auntie never spoke about it anymore, which like for me, I feel like I wish she had like, you know, spoken to me about it. So after that now, I came back to school. My man hated me. Mr. X hated me. Like if I sneeze, I will get into trouble. If I cough and he's there, I will get into trouble. So that kept on going for a while. I stopped talking to him, like, because everyone in the school knew, like in terms of like everyone were even like they were saying, oh, he's your dad. Like they knew we were so close in terms of like they thought like he liked me, but obviously not in that sense, you know, like as a student, like not in that sense. So he hated me the whole time. And I remember there was a day he walked past and then he called me and I didn't say and I didn't answer him. So I walked off. Then he was like, Alice Conte, I'm calling you. And I didn't say anything. I just literally kept on walking and I walked past. So all the boys were not saying, ooh, like everyone was like, oh, what's happening? Like, what? Because I've never said anything to anyone, you know, like what he's done to me or whatever. So later on, like some few teachers called us and were like, oh, what's happening? Why did I like disobey him in front of everyone? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you need to ask him what he's done to me. And if he doesn't apologize, I would not speak to him and he should leave me alone. Like let him be. Leave me alone. Stay your lane and I'll stay mine. So another day came and I was in my like, you know, classroom with my friends, like with our phones and stuff. And then he came in and took my phone. He left all the other girls with their phones. He only took my phone. And then he went up into the staff room. So like back home, you would hardly go into the teacher's staff room except if you are someone. And that means like probably you are in big trouble or whatever. So we hardly like went into the staff room. So I now went into the staff room because honestly at this point I'd had it up to here. I was like, no, like you can't be doing things to me like that and then you are still like behaving like it's normal, like you have the right to do those things to me, you know. So I basically like barged into the staff room and I was like, Mr. X, my phone. Then all the teachers were like, I was like, my phone, if you don't give me my phone now, I'm going to the principal. So he then came out and was like, why are you so rude? Why are you so rude? I was like, I'm not being rude. Why did you take my phone? That's just what I wanted to know. Why did you take my phone and you left all the other phones? If you wanted to take all the phones, you could have. Why just my phone? So we went back and forth. And then we finally like we went to the principal, and then they were asking like what happened, and I told them, I was like, oh, this man has been touching me like inappropriately, and you know, and now just because I reported him to my auntie, he's now like basically hating me, and anything I do now becomes a problem. So after that, now it was like almost the time for me to leave the school, and then, but it's just like with everything that's going on now, it's really sad. Like for me, I feel like it's difficult for you to trust, you know, certain people, you know, and he's not the only one. Like there have been times that I've probably go to the club or a party with my friends, and guys just feel so okay to like grab you, you know, guys just feel so okay to like grab your bum or just like touch you, even if you're like just giving them a little hug or stuff. Like I don't think if they feel like that is normal, but for me, especially if, you know, like me and you are not close like that, and even if we're close like that, that doesn't give you the right to like be touching people inappropriately. Like it's not like I'm not going around touching your stuff. Like why are you coming around touching my stuff? You get it? So it's like, you know, normal. Like with that what happened between me and Mr. X, like till now I have that, you know, like trauma, because since then I don't just really, that's why it's very difficult for me to like get really close to boys like that, you know, except if I've like known you for a while and I've built that trust with you, because I feel like you can't just be so genuine, you know, you can't just be so genuine with their friendships. It has to be that they're gonna try to touch you, they're gonna try to do things without your consent. Like you can ask me, you know, if you think that we can be cool like that, you can ask, but don't just start doing or touching, you know, girls and doing things to girls, you know, without their consent. That is really bad. So yeah, guys, I just thought that, you know, I should just share my experiences with you guys. And you know, that's basically the story time that I had. And girls, please be safe, you know, beware when you're among guys, you know, especially if it's a lot of them. Just beware, because I don't know, it's bad for us to like start putting our guard down like that, but you know, it's very difficult now to like really trust people. So just be careful out there, because even your closest mates, like guy friends, you know, can gang up and rape you and do stuff. Like so much is going on now in the world. Like it's really sad, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, innit? So you just, you know, do what you have to do. Be very careful out there. And to the men, please, like, try to ask us, you know, for our consent. Try to find out if we feel the same way before you guys just, you know, rush and start doing things that you're not supposed to do. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys soon, hopefully, okay? I promise. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay blessed. Peace. I love you guys. She keep that booty, she keep that